This episode of The Direction is brought to you by Ohio 811. Click, call, or tap before you dig. So there's times in your life that you start to worry a little bit. Are you a little anxious? Well, this week, I'm definitely a little anxious.
Now we're going 14 miles out onto Lake Huron.
We're headed out on the lake without my boat. We're gonna be on a gator on the lake. And I'm not too sure about this. We're gonna be traveling over the ice. Fishing, oh yeah, friends, and great stories. This is The Direction. This week's gonna be a little change of attire. I'm definitely gonna need a toboggan. I'm definitely gonna need some heavy warm gear. We're actually headed north to Saginaw Bay to do a little ice fishing with these giant oversized rods. It's a little rainy and about 60 degrees here. We're gonna travel north to ice. You really think about this. What inspires somebody to go out on the ice, cut a hole in it, and try to catch fish? I don't know, but it sounds like fun to me. I've had a good old night's sleep, and well, there's some snow and ice on the ground, and I guess that's what it's gonna be when you're in Michigan to go ice fishing. I'm gonna be joined over here by a guy, well, he's got a whole wad full of little bitty miniature rods. So that must mean this is Roger Lipscomb here. Roger and me gonna be headed out to do a little ice fishing. We're gonna be joined with some of your buddies. I think Scott and Walt, they're already out on the ice. We're gonna grab us a little breakfast. We're gonna let it warm up a couple degrees. and
let them find a fish.
And let them find some fish. We got a clam, is that what we call this thing? Is this like a little shanty that pops up, or is that the same thing?
No, it's a pop-up shanty. It's a hub style pop-up shanty with quilted fabric, so it's windproof.
Breaks wind off of you. We put a heater in there.
Yeah.
We're going to be in luxury. Lord knows what the temperature is this morning.
But out there's the adventure. Because I think right now they're going about 7 miles out. So.
Oh, wow. Well, Roger said it's going to be cold going out, but once we get there, we're going to get comfy. So I'm looking forward to it. You look out here and this is ice, and we're going 6-7 miles. No, I think Roger said now we're going 14 miles out onto Lake Huron, which is Saginaw Bay. I think it's all the same. But kind of makes me a little nervous, a little eerie, but...
Dude, I'm a little worried. I just talked to Scott and Walt. Walt just lost a big fish in the hole. He was fussing at me. He's like, "You're calling, the phone's ringing. I'm trying to bring in a fish," and I end up losing it. But they're out there now, so they're probably 12 miles from here.
Okay.
Out on the ice. Scott said to get on what everybody else is doing, and they'll show you where. But he said we're definitely gonna have to cross one crack that goes across the bay. He said, but there's places where that crack is tight, so you're able to go just by following other people's tracks. So we may come across cracks where we have to stop and evaluate the crack, to see if it's soft around the edges of the crack or if it's just something we can cross, or do we have to work our way around it. So nothing else, we'll take a pretty adventurous ride out on the ice today, playing around.
Ready? I guess. All right, here we go. We're gonna ease along, I guess. Roger's out there checking some ice there. So are them are snowmobile tracks though?
Yeah. We'll go out this way. Go get no glory. Let's go.
But every day, if we go to sink, just jump off and get off them things.
Don't save them, they'll be all right. We got this winter storm advisory out here. We can't see out the windshield. It's going to be about 14 miles to where these other guys are. I think what we're going to do is we're going to head back in. We're going to wait till in the morning and go out with the group where we all go together, because we're going to have to spend a couple hours looking for them. It'd probably take us too long to find them, and then by the time we have to get back. So I think we're going to postpone day one for day two. Hey, now I'm ready to go out there and cut some donuts.
See one of them big cracks out there by that wide. Whoa.
This segment was brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time.
Groundbreaking designs, unsurpassed quality, and unshakable confidence. Welcome to the Ranger Z500 and Z100 series. Leading the industry for over 50 years, these rigs are custom crafted and loaded with more features and advantages to deliver the ultimate ownership experience. The legendary Ranger Z series. Unleash next level performance. Mercury, go boldly.
Products that perform. Designed with the angler in mind. Unmatched action. Jenko Fishing. It's all about the action.
This segment is brought to you by Power Pole. Swift, silent, secure. All right, day one was a bust. It was sleet and rain, winter advisory. This morning is absolutely windy, gusty out. Going to be 30 to 40 mile an hour winds at times. That's supposed to be laying down a little bit this afternoon. We're going to meet up with this group of guys that are down here fishing that we're going to fish with, and visit with them a few minutes and kind of set up a plan of hopefully getting out on this ice. We got a little snow coming in, a little wind out here. All right, so finally, we're going to get to hit the ice. This is like totally awesome. I'm just, I'm amazed we're out in the middle of a lake. And we're running out here on this ice. It's a little different experience. You can probably tell by the smile on my face. I'm a little nervous at the same time, but we're with some pretty experienced folks. Pretty crazy. We're going to be trying to fish through a little hole in the ice like that. Pretty doggone exciting. I seen what you were saying about that. They're already in there warm now. So what we're doing, the wind's blowing so bad this clam, you got to get this thing anchored down. These portable ones are a lot easier to use. for the fact that they pop right up on the sled. But this right here, you kind of got to set up and anchor down. It's a little bit rough in the wind, but we about got it. I like it. I like it.
All right, let that go. There's a black shovel out there. We'll shovel all this out. Then we'll clean them holes out when we start
Well, that's
fishing.
gonna give you some grip in here, won't it?
Huh? Yeah, you can push it up against the edges.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Hold on.
Here, let me get this out of here.
We're gonna get a couple chairs in here and see if we can catch some fish.
Okay.
I mean, there's like everywhere, over here, over there. There's people just coming from everywhere. Holy cow. All right, here we go. Hey, look at here. Look at that perch. How about that? Look at the belly on that thing.
Blowing something clear, or jigger.
They call them nice perch there. We're gonna zip them back up here. That looks like fun. I gotta catch one of these things. I'm gonna get over here and get fishing. All right, he's over there setting up the depth finder now. So he's gonna be able to see these fish. So I have to say one thing so far. That ice fishing is quite a bit of work. High winds, sleet and rain, but you know what? We're finally in our little hut here. We're sitting here. A few other folks right beside us. It's like, you know, friendly, but really friendly bunch of people out here on the water. I mean, we didn't even really know these folks. Met them at a boat ramp. Here they are, nice enough to let us come out with them. And you know, they've already caught a perch over there, and well, hoping we're going to catch one eventually.
You're used to hunting for the fish. You know what I mean? Moving around and hunting for the fish. It's hard to do this because you might sit for 2 hours marking nothing. Then you start marking them like crazy. You know what I mean?
It's like deer hunting.
Exactly.
Built up like little beads on there.
We leave here tomorrow morning. That hole won't be half filled again, or half frozen again.
We're going to start packing up today. It's been fun. I guess we're going to head in here in a few minutes and venture in and just want to see what the next day brings. Going to keep bringing, going to keep fishing. I ain't going to quit. So,
well, that's what you got to do. Just keep trying.
No matter what, Roger, you've created an experience of a lifetime for me.
Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to dig into some of this great barbecue.
Cut!
Tim, what are you doing in your phone?
You said it's time to dig, and I'm dialing 811 because I always call before I dig.
That's if you're digging into your lawn or garden. 811 helps you avoid underground utilities by marking them for free. But this is our food lovers show.
Then I'll tell you what, I am digging in.
Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Combining the best of old world craftsmanship with state-of-the-art technologies to bring fishermen everywhere a fishing rod that's feather light, extremely sensitive yet remarkably durable for any fishing condition or situation. Denali rods, tournament tested and tournament tough.
This segment is brought to you by Denali Rods, tournament tested, tournament tough. Well, after a couple interesting days of ice fishing, learning a little bit about getting out on the ice, it's makes you a little nervous.
It's definitely a new experience.
So, Christopher's not only going to be running the camera today, but he's also going to be fishing with me. We're going to take a two-man shanty we're gonna join up with Ted and Tammy and a few others today and all head out on the ice together, and hopefully we're gonna catch us a few walleye, and hopefully you do you a little bit of fish catching. Ooh. Holy smokes, look at all the vehicles. I mean, they're everywhere. Who would have thought, who would think there'd be this many trucks and trailers and people going out on a frozen lake? I mean, they're just cars and trucks everywhere. I mean, look at this, there's rows and rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of people. Look at this, there's just people everywhere out there. Look at this, it's like a big giant city. Oh dude, I'm just laughing my tail end off. I can't help it.
So this is our last day, so today will be the day, right?
That's right, today's gonna be the day. I like this attitude. See, Ted's got us covered today. A couple tools I would definitely have when I come out here on the ice. One, they make these little safety handles. You put them around your neck. If you were to fall in the water, you can grab these, pull them apart. You can jab them in the ice like this to get out. Great little thing for $6 to carry. The other thing for safety that I would have is these spikes on the bottom of your boots. You can buy these things and they just pull like this up and over your regular boots. These spikes enable you to walk like here where we're on solid ice. You can walk around with a good grip and not be slipping and falling. Just a couple good tips. Got their sleds hooked up, the four-wheelers ready, and I guess we're gonna hit the ice. It's kind of an enjoyable day here. Tons of meat. We got a big crevice all the way down through here. Well, right now they're looking for a place to cross it, so they're running long ways down through here. It's kind of interesting, to be honest, but you see this big crevice of ice, you have to find places to cross them. And we pulled up on a spot here. I'm excited today because I'm gonna have Chris not only behind the camera, but catching fish with me. So we're gonna get set up here, and here we go. So we're gonna get set up here. The wind's not blowing today. We might be able to enjoy this a whole lot more without 25-mile-an-hour winds, without sleet and rain and winter mix. I mean, like now, I can hold on to the cover. Yesterday, in those winds, everything was just blowing. It was, it was just really crazy, to be honest. Now that's the way to go. I think what we do next is we get in the hut. You wouldn't get caught out on the lake without your favorite bait. So why would you get caught digging without calling 811?
Are you getting ready to start your own digging project? Be sure to call 811 and get your underground utilities located. It's the law and it's free.
Here, try this.
Montana 811 and The Direction want to remind you that whether you're planting a tree, building a fence, or just making improvements around your farm or home, click or call before you start your work to get the area marked. Then dig safely and avoid contact with buried utilities. You owe it to yourself and your loved ones. Know what's below. Call before you dig. For more information, visit us online at montana811.org.
Renegade Marine and Outdoor Center is your one-stop boat dealership with a large selection of pontoons, bass boats, and more. Their friendly staff and exceptional service department can get you out on the water and keep you there. They have parts, accessories, and a full lineup of the latest fishing gear. So stop by Renegade Marine for all your boating needs. And remember,
here at Renegade, we always want to see you on the water with a smile.
oh, look at that. What? Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Nice job, Ty.
Look at that.
Not bad.
Brian and Tasha over here. Y'all must have all the right kind of holes drilled. I think I drilled the wrong kind of holes. You know, I might have to have a little fish with y'all because I might not have nothing to eat here the way this is going. I got it from right here. Look at that ball. What y'all been chumming with over there?
What's that?
I said, what you been chumming with?
Oh, that's my other secret. I can't tell you that.
Y'all didn't know I was a cameraman too, did you?
Oh, look at him.
You got the luck today.
Right.
Bigger than the last one.
It is bigger than the last one.
How about that? Little thumbs up on that.
I'm super excited.
I think we might have her addicted out here too. I think she'll be coming back.
The four-wheeler was worth the $7,000 buy.
All I can say is there's a pile of fish and they ain't mine. Christopher, we definitely don't know what we're doing, bud.
Yeah, I don't think we're very good at this. Sardines.
See the yellow? All right, now we got fish. Oh boy, we got a fish under us now. Got one. He come in there on the bottom, look at that. He finally come in there. We saw him on the grass and he just come right in there. Now how about this big old long rod? Look at this, coming up right through the hole. Oh my. How about that? Look at there. Hey, look, hey, the celebration crowd over there. Look at that. We saw him come in there on the graph and he come in there and just ate that bait. That is amazing, through a hole in the ice. Oh my goodness. I'm like a little kid right there. All this time out here in the cold, the wind, freezing rain, but that makes it all worthwhile. But I owe Tammy and Ted and Brian and Tasha big thanks for bringing me out here. I would never even be on the water. But anyway, this fish, that's pretty amazing. Look at that, beautiful fish. Don't go in the hole. He almost went in the hole. Right, we're gonna throw him out on the ice there. This is what's neat about this. You take your walleye and you toss them right out there on the ice. And there it was. Hey, now he come right in on there and I seen that yellow. Remember the yellow I said it was on the bottom? It was a fish. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Now it's time for your safe digging moment of the week, brought to you by 811. Always remember to call before you dig. Our 811 moment of the week has got to go to Tammy and Ted and their family. They invited us to go out on the lake with them and do a little walleye fishing. We originally came down with Roger Lipscomb and was gonna meet up with a group of guys. These guys ended up going home. Tammy and Ted were nice enough to invite us along with them.
I'm super excited.
Ice fishing is definitely one of those trips of a lifetime. When you first get there, well, the ice is a little bit scary. You see some cracks, you see water coming through them, you think, oh my goodness, there's no way I'm going out there. And then once you get out there, you see there's literally thousands of people out there. They're like little cities
fishing all around out there, and what a great time. It's definitely one of those trips that I'm glad to have a little check mark in the box to say I got to go. The Direction is brought to you by 811. Know what's below, call before you dig. We would also like to thank these fine partners. Closed captioning is brought to you by USA North. Call 811 before you dig. Remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.